In this video, I'm going to show you how to collect like terms when dealing with expressions involving polynomials. Okay, so what I've done is I've provided two resources for you to help you. The first is the guide that I'm going to use on the video right now so you can follow along with me to make sure you understand the concept. The second is like the answer key of what the guide is supposed to look like when it's all filled in. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing we're gonna do is we are gonna take a look at like terms. So rather than diving into the traditional polynomials with our x's and our x squares, what I thought I would do is break down the idea of what like terms are. So in my first example here, what we're gonna do is just look at the emojis and we're gonna count up the similar emojis as like terms. So each similar emoji is one like term. So what does that mean? Well, that means in this example here, I've got 1, 2, 3 happy faces. So each happy face is a like term, so I'm gonna go ahead and put them together. That's gonna give me 3 happy faces. How many devil emojis do I have? I've got 2 of them. So that's gonna be 2 of those like terms, and I have 1 thumbs up, so I just have 1 of them there, okay? Now let's do the same idea with shapes. So with example 2, what I'm asking is how many of these shapes do I have? Because that would be combining all my like terms. Well, I've got 1 circle, 3 diamonds, and 2 triangles. If each shape is a like term, I've now combined them together. Let's look at example 3. So with example 3, what I have is the same shapes as before, but now I've added some of those polynomial symbols in them. So I've got 1a, and remember that's that invisible 1, where we don't write the 1, we just have as letter, and that represents one of that variable. I have AB here, and that's in the triangle, but I also have another AB right here in this triangle. Now where this one gets a little tricky, and it is where I see students struggle, is I've got 1x, but I have 3 x's here, represented by that 1 diamond. So what that means is I don't necessarily have 1 diamond or one of those shapes. I actually have 3 of them, right? So I've got 3 diamonds together plus this one here. Okay, let's combine all of those together. So what that means is I've got 1a, so I can just write the a like that. I've got 2ab, and the reason it's 2 is there's no coefficient or number in front of those variables. So that's gonna leave me with 2ab or 2 triangles. Now in the case of my x's, I have 3 x's represented by 1 diamond along with another x. So I'm gonna combine those together. That's gonna give me 4 x's. And those are my combined like terms together. Let's look at another example. This is more of a traditional question that you're gonna get when it comes to polynomials. So what I'm gonna do is I'm looking at it and we need to collect our like terms. So the question I put at the top is how many of each shape do we have? So let's add a shape to each part of this polynomial here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a circle around each x squared that I see. So there's only 2 of them, so I see 2x squares. I'm gonna put a triangle around my x's, and then I'm gonna put a square around my last term. That's the constant term, it doesn't have a variable attached to it. So now we have to go ahead and combine them. Sorry, I'm not too sure why that one's that thick, but it's there. Let's combine them. So I've got 2x squared, I'm gonna put those together, so 2x squared, plus my triangles. I've got 2 triangles, but this is 5x and this is 8x. So I have to combine them together. Really, I have 5 triangles and 3 triangles. So I'm gonna combine that together to give me my 8x. And then my last term is my constant term. That's just gonna leave me with -7. So I can go ahead and add my symbols here to collect those like terms, and that is my polynomial simplified. For example number 5, I'm gonna get you to try that on your own. I've got the question in the notes when you download them, along with the answer for that one in the answer key. So I hope that helped you. I do offer one-on-one sessions, so I can help you further if this is something that interests you. And until then, I will see you all in the next one.